Thanks for tuning in to Business Awareness Thursday with Lush. How are you guys doing today? It's been a minute, but we're here. We having some technical difficulties, but we figured it out. So I have Arielle from iHeart the Gulf Coast. We've talked about something. It's basically the norm, how things are going with this pandemic, getting used to this technology and getting it to work. And I'm just gonna pick up where we left off. If they want to see the beginning of it, they can go to IG. I'm sorry, but I do want you guys to tune in from here and share. Sharing is caring. So how have you been dealing with the pandemic personally? I understand for us with work, the things that come up as far as childcare, things of that nature, but personally, from a mental standpoint, how have things gone?
Wow, what a question. I don't know that I have honestly dealt with it. And now that you say that, now I recognize where my anxiety is coming from. Does that make sense? Like, honestly, I have yet to deal with the fact that the world changed so quickly around me because I've had to be on professionally because, oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to get rid of this echo.
Okay.
But the information that has been coming down is coming down very quickly. Now I get that echo. Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. The information that's been coming down has been coming down so quickly, and it's scary. And I haven't had a chance to be afraid. I haven't had a chance to be informed. I have had a chance to just spit out the information.
Okay.
That's it. Like, that's what I've had time to do.
Because it's a part of your job, so you have to spit out the information without digesting it.
Right. I just got to turn it on. And that's all I have available to me right now is turn it on. And because I'm working from home now, I haven't figured out how to separate working in the office and working from home. So I'm on 24/7, and it's been like that for about 3 weeks.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
One good side of it that I've seen that's been taking place is that people are more conscious of their health now. They're eating better. It took a pandemic for us to eat better, which is a good thing that we're eating better. But why did it take a pandemic and things of that nature?
Because sometimes we don't know until we have to. Just like how there are people who start businesses not out of luxury, but out of requirement because now they've lost an income or whatever.
Right.
That's us right now with our healthy eating. And I know I was even that way. About maybe 2-3 years ago was when I noticed how much weight I put on. And there's hypertension in my family. And my doctor was pretty much telling me, keep going this rate. Hypertension and heart disease, you on the right track. And I'm like, oh crap.
Right.
That's when it became apparent to me that I needed to change some of my habits.
Right.
Before then, I was just like, yay, Cheetos.
Right. Well, now the changes I've made, and even more now, is I've cut out meat completely, other than seafood. And generally, that's just shrimp when I do eat it. And I'm trying to get away from dairy because, of course, dairy products cause mucus. Mucus is what's forming in the lungs that's causing coronavirus. So that's one of the things I've kind of added on to change because I don't want to add to the possibility of me getting sick. It's just me. That's how my daughter has. So I can't even play with this thing like that. So whatever I need to do, health-wise, is going to get done. So, that's where I'm at with this thing. So, So, but I hear you got a new baby that's been birthed. You got a new baby that's coming out.
Yeah, with the added time that I've had on my hands, which sounds like crazy because I just said I didn't have any extra time. I have a new podcast.
Yes.
Yes, I have a podcast on the damn couch. I think people are aware of. I'm sorry, this echo is killing me, and I can't figure out how to get rid of it.
How long is it? I don't think it's you. I think it's me. Now I wonder if anybody can hear. Nobody sent another message saying that you're echoing, so. Oh.
I do have a baby. We'll see.
That's what it is. You're muted on Facebook.
God, good Lord. Okay, you know what? This echo is just gonna happen. Let's focus. Podcast. The podcast on the damn couch is something that has been in the works for maybe about a year, maybe more than that, but I never had the time or the guts to actually pull the trigger and put it out there. And so at this point now, I got the time, no more excuses. It's out there. It's a little bit of a different format. The show kind of starts with like the big lesson that I learned this week. And then I play a little clip from the interview that I did with the artist that week, play their song, the explicit version.
Right. No PG-13.
No PG-13. I mean, I'm a cusser, so I've been really trying to stop myself from cussing on this. But I play the explicit version, and then that's it. Maybe about 15 minutes every week. So if you can spare 15 minutes every week.
On here, just to FYI, we can cuss on here. So if you let a few slip out, it's A-okay, trust me.
Oh, some will slip out, but I've been trying to be conscious of it.
We're grown, and we know sometimes it just slip out. I mean,
them babies at home.
Right. So what should we expect as far as the topics and things of that nature? Or you just want to stick to artists?
Well, no, because I do believe it's, for me, when I started on the damn couch, it was about our culture. A lot like with Diddy and Revolt, I feel like there has yet to be a space where we talk to our artists exclusively and where we talk to our business owners. Right. So it's going to be business owners and artists, and maybe even healthcare professionals. Right. There was a point where I was talking to some black doulas that are here in the Mobile area. We haven't been able to confirm that interview just yet, but like things like that, things that we are having conversations about. Right.
Well, that's good. So it's geared to everybody, not just women, not just artists. It's pretty much everybody, and it's not going to be PG-13.
No,
it's going to be one of those raw conversations that we should be having anyway that we generally don't have. Right.
That's me all day long. Kim knows me personally, but for those who don't, I don't have much of a filter
at all. At all. So how would they be able to listen?
Okay, so in the next couple of weeks, it'll be available on the iHeart app. It'll be available on Apple as well, Google Podcast, and it's already available on Spreaker. But a lot of people don't access Spreaker for their podcast, so I'm kind of sticking to the major platforms: iHeart, Apple, and Google.
Sounds good. Well, I sure was looking forward to you hosting the second annual Love Yourself Women's Conference. But we pushed it back. And I mean, pushing it back is just being cautious. It's a possibility that it may, I'm not even going to put that out there. Hopefully it'll be able to happen in September.
Yeah. But you know what? That's the realistic part of this all, because Sister Strut was supposed to be next Saturday. Sister Strut is our annual breast cancer walk, specifically focusing in on Black women who have a higher death rate when diagnosed with breast cancer. We don't get diagnosed more. It's more deadly when it comes to us. Right. Unfortunately, with the way things are going, there's a real possibility that I won't be able to do Sister Strut this year. You know, it's especially just thinking about the fact that there will be survivors who will want to come and patients who will want to come and walk. And I don't feel okay gathering them in a large group to say, hey, let me expose you to all these germs around here in this area and let's go walk. Because I don't know where we're going to be as far as COVID is concerned at that point, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. It's one of those, you got to take it day by day and figure out where this thing is going and what's going to happen.
And it was so crazy communicating with the hotel, you know, going back and forth, trying to see, you know, well, at first I said July, then I was like, okay, July look like it's not going to be July. So I was like, well, let's check for these 2 dates in September. And she was like, okay, September 13th, we can do that. And I'm like, of course it's tentative. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen then. So if not September 13th, it'll just be the following year. I think that will be confirmation that we need to just let this pan out, do whatever it's gonna do, and pick up next year on everything.
And I think so. I think because a lot of concerts and sporting events are not even in the works until 2021. And so I think that's where we all are now, and figuring out how to pivot and use technology instead of allowing technology to use us. Because for so long, we have allowed technology to use us because it out-evolved us. But now we have to actually embrace and use technology. And I can see, like, within the next 10 years, what we are calling chaos is going to be normal.
Yep. And I don't think a lot of people realize it. I think a lot of people are taking what's happening lightly and not understanding that we may not ever go back to normal.
Oh, we won't. This is the new, like, even our mentals have shifted in order to survive this space, in order to adapt to this space.
Right.
You know, we don't have any other choice. And as Darwin once theorized, the fittest shall survive. And maybe he was talking about more physical strength than anything else, but this is a game of chess, definitely. So if you haven't mentally prepped yourself to handle where we're headed, then I don't know what your future is going to look like.
Right. And that's why I'm so grateful for our little circle we share, because we talk about these things constantly. You know, some of the things we talk about, people may think we're crazy, but actually we are on the right path, and everybody else is crazy for not talking about it.
I feel crazy.
Right. So, I mean, it is what it is. So next year, or when things get back to normal, I hope we'll see you doing a lot of more hosting of events, right?
Absolutely. That has become my thing, and not so much like I have found my lane to host in, and because I tried concert hosting and club hosting, and that just it ain't mine. I can do it, but I don't. It feels like a task.
Right. Girl, I love you so much at the conference. It was so authentic. It was so fun. It was funny. It was just a good time.
See, and those are the things that I do well. And I know my lane. And as much as, because in this radio industry, you see so many people trying to operate in lanes that don't belong to them. And I have been that person trying to operate in a lane that doesn't belong to me. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
You know, what is this? So now I'm respecting the fact that I am not a concert host. I am not a club host. Even if I can do it, doesn't mean that I should be doing it, because I'm not having any fun doing it.
There it is.
It feels like a task. And if it feels like a task, then I am not following my purpose or my passion.
Right.
You know?
Exactly right.
So, you know, being able to connect with women and have fun and actually host something that is going to, when you go home that night, you're like, whew, that kind of changed some stuff for me. Then I'm like, I want to be a part of that.
Just like you did the mixer that we did at on Dolphin Street.
Yeah. I sat there and read folks' birth charts, y'all. Do you hear me?
You read everybody that attended birth chart.
And it blew their minds, and everybody, like, it was such a different type of networking experience, because what I like what you and your partner did was, so many times we walk into networking events and we are turned on, we have our business face turned on. And a lot of us don't realize that networking in the business world is building a personal relationship. And so being able to sit there and do these personal readings for everybody was like, okay, now I've lit down my guard and I can lit down my hair too. now you can really get to know who I am and why I'm connected to this business.
Exactly. It was so fun. Like it was a different vibe. Nothing that I've experienced, and I've been to a million network mixes.
Me
So
too.
it was very different, but I enjoyed it.
And most of the time, networking events, believe it or not, intimidate the hell out of me. But it seems funny that I see your puppy just roaming in the back. Yeah. But most of the time, networking events intimidate the hell out of me. But that was one of those ones where it felt I didn't have to be intimidated by it, you know, because it did feel so personal, and that was fun. It was good.
It was real good. Well, I want to thank you for taking time to speak with me today. Let us get in your business a little bit to see what you have going on and coming up next year. Excuse my dog.
This is real life right here.
My daughter making him do a thing. He's running after her. She did that. I'm gonna get her when I get out. But no, thank you for taking time out of your day to speak with me and just kind of like dissect what we are both going through during this time, working from home, and and all that. But no, is there anything else you would like to share or say before we get off?
No, just know that if you are also thinking about starting a podcast, you can feel free to inbox me and I'll give you some pointers, because once you get ready to start your own podcast, you don't realize how much goes into it with equipment and production. So I'll be more than happy to, hand out those pointers, but just know that it is a task before, like it's not super easy. So just know that going in, that way you don't have any unrealistic expectations of quit before you really get started on that good stuff.
Right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and share. Also, you can follow Arielle on both Facebook and Instagram. Give them your social handles.
Yes, on Facebook, I'm Arielle McSwain. That's ARIELLE. MCSWAIN, and on Instagram, which is easier, it's L on air. That's ITSELLE on air.
Yes. So make sure you stay connected and see what's coming up in the future, what new we may try. Because this is a trial error moment. And just stay connected, and we will see you guys next time. Tune in if next Thursday or Thursday after next to Business Awareness Thursday with Lush. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.